Breaking news here. Rajah Jackson has just been arrested for the viral beatdown of Psycho Stu. But the big question is, what exactly has Rajah been charged with? I'm David Otunga, the only Harvard-educated lawyer in the history of professional wrestling. And I've got your answer coming up. First of all, have you seen my in-depth breakdown of this entire fiasco, where I went through the entire kickstream and highlighted the most incriminating evidence throughout the stream? If you haven't seen it yet, I suggest checking it out, and I'll leave a link for you in the description. After 26 days, Rajah Jackson has finally been arrested. Wow, 26 days? My question is, what took law enforcement so long to finally arrest Rajah? I can only imagine they were caught up over the wrestling definitions, trying to figure out what's a work versus what's a shoot, what was planned, what wasn't, what went too far. Did Rajah actually have permission, or did he not? Did he know what he was doing? Did he intentionally go too far? All of those things. But still, after 26 days, Rajah has finally been arrested. But the question is, on what charge was Rajah Jackson arrested? Now, if I were to take a look at the prevailing theory from my YouTube legal community, and I mean those in my comments, by far and away, the prevailing theory is attempted murder. Now, I know this attack is heinous and it's terrible to look at, and you might think right off it's attempted murder. However, it's not, and I made an entire video explaining why this attack doesn't meet the elements of attempted murder, and I'll link to that in the description. So, to those in my YouTube legal community and my comments, I don't want to say I told you so, even though it will be warranted to some of you who are not very polite to me. But either way, the charge was not attempted murder. So what has Rajah Jackson been charged with? Rajah Jackson has been charged with battery causing serious bodily injury, a felony. Wait a minute. Where have I heard that before? All right, so let's get down to the potential charges here. Now, I don't think attempted murder is likely. That's what a lot of people were saying. However, a lot of people are not licensed lawyers and professional wrestlers. I think that would be incredibly hard to prove that he had the intent to kill. Thank God Psycho Stu did not die. Otherwise, there could have been a manslaughter charge potentially. But, thank God he did not die. Again, thoughts and prayers to Psycho Stu. I think more likely is battery. I think this is clearly a battery with serious bodily harm, which can be a felony. Can Rajah Jackson be charged with attempted murder? Attempted murder seems to be the prevailing theory. I've heard numerous people on different podcasts come right out and just say, well, this is clearly attempted murder. This is the easiest thing. What are we waiting for? Not so fast. Now, attempted murder is a lot harder to prove than you might think in this situation, and I'll tell you why. According to the California Penal Code, section 664, 187A, in order to convict someone of attempted murder in California, the prosecution must prove two key elements. First, a specific intent to kill. Now, this has to be specific. This can't be just to cause bodily harm or beat somebody up, but there has to be a specific intent to end the person's life. Secondly, a direct but ineffective act towards killing. Now, we have this satisfied right off with the video of the beatdown. So I'm going to go ahead and check off number 2. Now let's focus back on number 1. Now, what kind of evidence could be used to prove specific intent? Well, I'll tell you right off. The strongest evidence would be Rajah's own statements. So let's take a look, or a listen rather, at Rajah's most incriminating statements that he made on his live stream.
I get the chance to go in there and now really fuck him up. It's always been my dream to fuck up a pro wrestler for real. Am I really gonna fight him? Yeah, I'm gonna punch his ass for real. then I'll forgive him at that. 50 subs, knock him out. 50 subs. Yeah, they allowed me to hit him for real. If he hits me back for real, I don't give a fuck. I want him to. I'm dead serious, y'all. I'm really about to fuck him up. I'm really going to hit him. I'm telling you. I just don't know if I'm gonna pick him up first or hit him first. I don't fuck this dude. I ain't gonna hurt him too bad though. He was drunk. He was pretty drunk, I think. But I will tell you guys this. They told me to hit him and just leave. Somebody who pull me off of him will leave. I'm telling you. I'm gonna hit him as many times as I can. Watch. I'm not gonna fake it. Exactly. They don't want me. They don't want me in there for real because I'm not gonna fake it. Watch. And then as soon as I do what I'm doing, I'm leaving.
Now, none of these statements specifically mentioned anything about killing or ending Psycho Stu's life. They just talked about beating him up really badly, effing him up, and I think the most important statement there that goes against specific intent is when Raja says, I ain't gonna hurt him too bad. That's powerful. So while Raja's statements are quite incriminating and they show premeditation, they don't show specific intent to kill. There was nothing that was said that was specifically related to killing or ending Psycho Stu's life. So without that, the burden for attempted murder just cannot be met. So again, technically, prosecutors can charge Raja with attempted murder. However, it's highly unlikely that they'll reach their burden and secure a conviction. And they want a conviction here. So that's why they're probably going to opt for something like battery causing serious bodily harm. So what is battery causing serious bodily injury? Let's take a look at the law. According to the California Penal Code, Section 243D, battery causing serious bodily injury. When a battery is committed against any person and serious bodily injury is inflicted on that person, the battery is punishable by imprisonment in the state prison for 2, 3, or 4 years, or in a county jail for not more than 1 year, or by a fine not exceeding $10,000, or by both that fine and imprisonment. All right. So what are the elements that need to be established in order to prove battery causing serious bodily injury? Now, battery, down here, is any willful and unlawful use of force or violence upon another person. Now, in this situation, do we have that satisfied? Yes, absolutely. We definitely have a willful and unlawful use of force or violence upon another person. This is with the beatdown on Psycho Stu, when Raja was raining over 20 punches down on an unconscious Psycho Stu. So we have that very public, very viral, violent attack. So that is satisfied. So next, there needs to be serious bodily injury. A significant or substantial injury, broken bones, loss of consciousness. Ding, ding, ding. We have it right there. Also, severe disfigurement, concussion, etc. Now, we know from the video, Psycho Stu lost consciousness from the slam that Raja gave him. Now, Psycho Stu lost consciousness before Raja rained down over 20 punches on him. And despite whatever defense Raja may try to make, when Psycho Stu lost consciousness, he was no longer consenting to anything pro wrestling wise or whatever Raja was doing or may have construed as pro wrestling. His consent went out the window and ended the moment his consciousness did. All right. So let's go down to the penalties. Now, battery causing serious bodily injury is known as a wobbler offense in California, meaning it can be charged as either a misdemeanor or a felony, depending on the severity of the case and the defendant's record. And if it's a misdemeanor, you could be charged, or you could receive up to 1 year in county jail, up to $1,000 fine. But we know in this case, Raja is charged with a felony. So he'll be facing 2, 3, or 4 years in state prison with up to a $10,000 fine. So there you have it. If Rajah Jackson were to be convicted of battery causing serious bodily injury, he could face up to a maximum of 4 years in prison and or a $10,000 fine. So sound off in the comments and tell me what you think. Is this sentence too light? Is it too much? Is it just right? What do you think Rajah should be charged with if he were to be found guilty of battery causing serious bodily injury? And let me know if you think that he should be charged with something else. I already know there's going to be a number of you who are still going to hang on to that attempted murder charge. So let me hear it. Let me hear it. And let me know what you guys want me to cover next.